Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell. And today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of Welcome to the Demon School, Iruma-kun, chapter 232. We are in your care. I don't think we should have expected this kind of title to be early on in this arc. I mean, it only makes sense if you ask me personally. But, oh well. Let's get into this chapter already, shall we? So we start this page with a bit more of a cartoony gimmicky scene where we see the Jazz and the guy whose balloon was popped, as well as Clara and the girl whose balloon was popped. As we also see Robin with his bow and the teacher that my thing is this is supposed to be vines, but they actually look more like tentacles. But oh well. So anyways, we have the narrator. Rank promotion exam, the heartbreaker. Narrator. It's a game of tag with the teachers. If they break both of their first year's hearts, it's game over. The time limit is 66 minutes. Can the misfits protect their kohai? Then we have the announcer as he's like, or the broadcast or whatever you want to say, is he like, alright, the heartbreaker should start out with a bang. Let's review what's happened so far. Oh, by the way, the microphone has bat wings. A bit funny, but alright. So then we have a flashback of Jazz when doing his battle against Robin, as we have announced to be like, first we had Team Shax versus Robin Sensei. Robin Sensei fierce attack obliterated that Team Shax's first heart. Despite this, they managed to get away. As then we see a mono image, it says like sitting on I'm guessing on one of the stairs as he's like taking in, and then we have Claw and her team going up against the teachers. They're like, then Team Kabbalah clashed with Suzu Sensei in the courtyard. As then their surprise attack created an opening that allowed them to escape from Mother of Plants, or so they thought, until one of them falling to Suzu Sensei's control put them in a bind. I can't wait to see what happens next, as we see her popping it. So we have no real knowledge, so there's no update, I'm guessing, on what's actually happening with Clara right now, if they got eliminated or not. Although for now, they seem to not be eliminated. There we have some of the watchers, and they're like, ah, a paper bomb, scary, that's so cool. So yeah, I guess they're all excited for the show a bit. So then we have, and then the most impressive fight so far, Team Iruma versus Shida Sensei. Definitely, and probably one of the best fights there's gonna be in this arc. I mean, I know it just started, but I feel like it's gonna be difficult to defeat Shida in this fight. Although maybe the second fight with Cheetah Sensei might do the trick, but for now this is the best by far. So as then we have now to be like, as we see a beautiful battle with Cheetah, which really makes me think that the writer of Iruma really wanted to already have Ishida more in store than he actually have her. So anyways, then we have the highlight was definitely our new teacher Shida Sensei's lethal kicks. What astonishing destructive power. That they were, announcer, that they were. So they have the answer back. But Iruma-san and Koseo-san managed to hold out. Their fight left the audience breathless, and Vine-kun pitched in with his bloodline magic. Pretty much any of the most useful ones. And then we have the answer be like, the Emerson Smith was all flirty for a moment, but they escaped from the danger unharmed. The flirt or the fight, because both could be considered dangerous depending on who you ask. Oh, but in that way, we get like a chibi versions where we have like Shida like covering herself because Irma's watching her, while Chima is like holding Irma's hand as Vice is in Irma's hands. Well, they're really making the jokes here. So, anyways, then we have the notes be like though they lost one heart, Tiuma fought well. That's all for now. I wanted to review the fights with President Amelia, but as we see a giant burst of energy, as we're like, wow, awesome. Then we have the notes to be like, The tremendous pressure being emitted from her direction is preventing me from looking at her. Roar! Irma, you little fight! As the guy's actually shaking when she says that. I guess she's so angry at the fact that Shima is being held by Irma and Vi is being in Irma's hands, as well as him seeing Shida naked. I mean, we all knew there was going to be something like that in this fight, so it's no real surprise that this happened, honestly. And I'm surprised it's just a burst of energy. I wonder if she's gonna compose herself for the next situation. Hopefully, Iruma doesn't fight Shida anymore. Let's be real here, we want him to fight again, but yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. So anyways, then we have the announcer being like, as a little camera with that looks like a bat is flying around and peeking over. And it's just like, now let's see what strategies the other teams will use too. It's gonna be exciting. So then we have person appear, as he's like, no, not really my strategy. Well, Misfit class, second year, person soy. As then we see him appearing from the mist or whatever that thing he has. I think it was explained, but I can't remember the exact explanation. As person like, I'm not particularly good at attack nor defense, which means I'm done for if I encounter teacher. So I have only one strategy I can choose. As then we see Robin looking around as Hat is teacher is also looking around because they teamed up or maybe Hat teacher wants to babysit him because let's be real here. Yeah, when Robin, who's a year older than Shida and Atoi, who are the real greenest of the party, they then you know something is wrong. So yeah. Anyways, then we have um, looking. I just have to avoid encountering any of them. So that's what person's strategies are. Just avoid them. So yeah, anyways, then we cut to some others. We get the lion guy who's in the tree with the Japanese-looking demon and that giant mutant bird one-looking guy as they're hiding a tree as he's thinking of something. And then in second terms, I'm sure that a lot of other teams have decided to do the same. Then we cut to Agoi and the two he's with underground. The guy who seems to be like has a fire fox tail, and the guy with one horn. As those two are like awesome. It's nice and cool on the ground. As it goes to going to go sleep, then we get the snowman being on, like telling the two shh. As a person like the best way to survive is to hide. There is no other way. As he's getting serious and determined. And then we see his the two Kohai he's supposed to protect, and those two are in his own words so big. And there's another translation over that's fucking massive. Really, they don't look that bigger than you. I mean, granted, you're just an average sized, but I'm sure they're not that much bigger. So yeah, anyways, then we have him look up the two as he's like so big. My first is as big. I've had a bad feeling since the team roster were announced, but what the heck? The heck? This goes way beyond standing out. They could be used as walking landmarks. I bet that's Pike for Caligo. Oh, Caligo was the one assigning teams. Jeez, seriously? Give me a break, you wiggly freaking jerk. This is just pure harassment. What am I supposed to do? Which is kind of true. Chicago was probably the one who's choosing the teams, although I wonder if this is going to be actually. And someone saying no, we didn't actually go into why they choose teams specifically. But yeah, I'm guessing that it is Chicago who chose this. So yeah, it's like he's like saying so many things, not loud. So yeah, then we have person sign to like disappear as well. It's like, no, I can't swish. I can't stop that. Don't think I'm going home. This is an exam. Wait, what? Is Spencer implying that he's going home whenever he disappears for a long period of time? Actually, that makes sense. I mean, I would do that if I had the ability to. So anyways, then we have person be like, that's right. I'm the neutral bad person. I'm a hiding pro. So yeah, so I guess now he's gonna be using them to hide it. As he said, with my skills, hiding those two will be a piece of cake. As he like puts a napkin, scissors, and then the giant monster-looking guy, he puts in a cloak and gives him like I don't know, that makes him kind of sound like a ghost. As the other guy who has like very long, who seems to wear like the standard to uniform, as well as long white hair, is like kind of covered with vines and a bit of leaves. Seriously. As he has looks at his master, is like, this is not what I was thinking. Time out. I guess he was trying to blend them in, make him look like a tree, and the other one look like I don't know, piece of the wall or something. So, anyways, then we have him be like, is the color wrong? Would something more natural work better? How about animals? And then he like this, and she tries to make the giant guy look like a kitty, and the other guy looked like a boulder. I would switch the two, but I feel like the cat doesn't work at all. I don't know why you even thought of a cat. As he's also like, or maybe like this, referring to the boulder. Then he like goes on his knees, goes on his knees, slams, and like, could it be that without my ability, I suck at hiding real bad? Well, to be fair, these two are people who would be difficult to hide anyways. Like, literally any other team could be in this situation. Shen, I don't see the two hiding, although to be fair, you are hiding very bad. I mean, I don't even know what was the final, way of hiding the big guy, but the other guy was hiding in clouds. And then it was like, whoof, whoof, I can't hide them. And then he's thinking to himself, I can't give up now. But at this rate, they'll tarnish my family name. Actually, I probably did that already. I could manage if I were alone, but if I were alone, that's not right. And then as the other two is like starting to put their clothes down, he's like, sorry. And then he's thinking, what should I say now? I can only hide myself in my ability. And I'm not good at attacking nor defending, so I can't protect you two. Also, what is this? Uh, and then he goes and does the whole traditional Japanese thing, as he's like, I'm burned because my ability are lacking, I'm sorry. So yeah, anyways, don't we get a bit of a better size comparison between them? And yeah, about double or triple the size of person is about right. So I get now we have the other two who I guess the guy who actually looks normal but just very large. It's kind of shocking. And the other guy with the more monstrous looking guy, we can't tell because he doesn't have much of a face. So this guy is like, we saw the music festival as they also start to crutch. And then they're saying the one that Senpai won. Wait, do they not know a person's name? Nah, makes sense. I mean, I'm gonna forget his name as soon quickly. So then we have person like in shock a bit. So anyways, then we have the two actually together already. As they say, it was amazing. We felt that though knew how to use your ability strengths and make it shine. And we see that when he ended the performance and he was kind of happy, very emotional. Wait, so does that mean these two were friends beforehand or something? I don't know. I mean, I don't think we give their names this chapter, but I guess the two were actually friends beforehand. And it's just a very good coincidence. So then we have the two saying as one guy's like, so please don't worry, we are both really happy to be on your team, Person Senpai. Oh, they do know his name. As the other guy nods, I guess he doesn't talk. So yeah, I do have to wonder. Wait, it's just me or does this guy look bigger now? Because in the last page, I think he was smaller when they were crouching down. Yeah, he definitely looks smaller now. Yeah, this guy, white. Maybe it's like a perspective or something, but this guy with white hair seems bigger now. Or this monster guy looks smaller. But maybe it's like just because he's closer to a person, maybe that's why. But yeah. So anyways, then we have the guy thinking with, please do whatever you like, however you want. As as person's like a bit shocked. I mean, he's not very emotional, but yeah. So anyways, then we have the other two like kind of blush, but he's like, huh, what? These two, they're really good kids. As person like very happy and kind of that whole over dramatic scene. And then we have person be like, I've made up my mind. I will definitely keep them safe and hidden. So then we see like a big pile of smoke coming from it. And they're like surprised by this. I mean, like, to be fair, it doesn't make sense. Like, from what I understand, he can't like use his ability on those two because they're too big. But maybe he like this determination is gonna make him be able to hide more, or that could probably put him in risk of losing mana faster. So we'll see what's gonna happen. So there person be like because the misfits are pros at beating the odds. Then we have Alarm Clock being Ding Dong. The announce and then we have the announcer be like the announcement from HQ. 13 minutes have passed since the start of the exam. 13 minutes and only 3 lost 1 balloon. That's actually pretty good right now. Which means now they have about 53 minutes. 53 minutes. Alright, pretty good so far. It's as then the guy who taught the Kalago and Balam is like, it's time to add some more teachers! As we have 5 teachers approaching the Torture Sensei, the Healing Sensei, Atori, the chick who I think was in Leeds Coven, and then that other demonic guy who I think we saw when they were discussing things, and my god is a toy big. Like the guy is like the guy's a bit crotch, but he's still oversizing the other 4. So yeah. So they are all approaching. I guess that they say that they are actually gonna progress more teachers throughout the time. So I guess that's why they were able to hit for so long. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Although I do want the why they have 5 teachers now if we begun with 4. Maybe they're also gonna increase the number of teachers that are gonna enter. I don't really know. Maybe there was a fifth one, but we just haven't met them. Well, I'm forgetting the 5th one. So anyways, then we have the teachers getting ready as they're like, we are gonna find them all. As they get their sadistic faces. We have like the girl being a bit sadistic, and the Ator's like, I'm guess that's just Ator talking, and he's like very gleefully. I wonder if he's gonna start torturing the classes, the students in a bit, but I don't know. So anyways, then we have person like getting a bit serious as they might be defended. I'm not sure. By a perspective of it, it seems like they might be very close. At the very least, they might hear each other. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Although I really doubt that person's gonna be able to like defend all from 5 teachers. So it might just be for the time being. So anyways, then that's the end of the chapter, and it seems like Iruma's gonna be on break next week. Yes, he was on a break. So yeah, can't suppose it took this long for Iruma to go on a break, considering the fact that other manga series get breaks far more frequently than Iruma-kun, especially with the odd half of this. But oh well, what can you do? So anyways, this chapter was a pretty good person chapter. We got a bit more on his students, not much, but pretty decent amount. I see we are progressing very well, and we have a toy to show off, as well as we got some good shipping view with Ameya this chapter. I still can't believe the frustration over Shida being in the tag in the short clothing pissed off so much. But oh well, we'll see if she's gonna come down next time. Assuming that there's not gonna be another Shida versus Iruma pretty soon. I'm guessing it's not gonna be, but we'll see. So anyways, that's it for this chapter reaction. I hope you tell me in the comments below what did you think of this chapter. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or anything of the sorts? And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.